This is the Shark Tank, where hopeful entrepreneurs get a once-in-a-lifetime chance to pitch the sharks in hopes of getting an investment to start, grow, or save their businesses.
Who's ready to unleash your inner bear?
The entrepreneurs must convince a shark to invest the full amount they're asking for.
We will take you from zero to kitchen hero.
Or they'll walk away with nothing.
What does it cost?
$39.99.
Guys, I love the product. I hate the price.
You sharks might be thinking you've seen this before. You sharks haven't.
Talk's cheap. Money talks.
Here's where I think you're going with that.
You know where I'm going with it.
If the sharks hear a great idea,
This year we're looking to do $5 million.
Tell me the projection for the next 6 months.
We'll do about $10 million in sales.
Oh, wow.
None of you sound that smart. Who said I have an idea?
He did.
I knew it, and you're the best looking one, too.
they're ready to invest using their own money.
I don't do good deals. I do great deals. I'll give you $50,000 for 10%.
I thought you were out.
Shut up.
Don't tell me to shut up. Shut up.
And they're willing to fight each other for a piece of the action.
I'll give you $100,000 at 20%.
My offer's a better offer.
I wouldn't listen.
What do you guys think?
Guys, if you listen to this offer, there's an expiration
I
date.
guarantee you my offer's better than that.
Appreciate the offer. We do.
I scooped you.
I'm really pissed, Lori.
Who are the sharks? They're self-made millionaire and billionaire investors who are entrepreneurs themselves. Kevin O'Leary is a venture capitalist who turned a $10,000 loan into a software business worth $4.2 billion. Barbara Corcoran went from waiting tables in Manhattan to building the city's preeminent real estate empire. Robert Herjavec, the son of an immigrant factory worker, is now a technology mogul who sold his first internet companies for over $350 million. Lori Grenier, the queen of QVC, holds over 100 patents and has launched over 300 products, grossing over $500 million in retail sales. And Mark Cuban, notorious billionaire entrepreneur, tech guru, and the outspoken owner of the NBA's Dallas Mavericks. First into the tank are entrepreneurs from Park City, Utah, with a healthier version of a favorite breakfast treat.
Hey Sharks, I'm Joel Clark. And I'm Cameron Smith. Our product is Kodiak Cakes. We're here seeking $500,000 in exchange for 10% of our business. Kodiak Cakes is a flapjack and waffle mix. It's unique because it's made with 100% whole grains, has no added fats or sugars, and all you have to do to make it is add water. But most importantly, it tastes amazing.
It really does. And when I was 8 years old, I went around the neighborhood and sold pancake mixes like these out of a red wagon. My mom had always wanted to sell her whole wheat pancake recipe as a mix, so we decided to give it a try.
We're determined to build Kodiak Cakes into a nationally recognized brand. We believe we have great products, and we have a proven track record. Now who's ready to unleash your inner bear and start flipping flapjacks with us?
So we're going to give you guys a sample
All right.
to try.
We've got our berry syrup here.
You're so polite.
What kind of berries?
Mountain berries, so it has a mix of berries. There's about 5 different berries in there.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Is this your product too, the berry syrup?
It is, yeah. We have a line of fruit syrups as well.
Wow, they're very good.
Oh, thank you.
Berry syrup's amazing.
The berry syrup's really
Yeah.
That's good, isn't it? I'm glad you like that.
I know, I love it. I'd eat more.
Every day we get letters into our website saying, hey, that is the best pancake mix I have ever tried.
What's your track record that's so proven?
Yeah, so we've actually been able to get this product into Target stores nationwide.
Target? Come on.
The first order to Target was about $260,000 order.
That's a sizable
It was a
order.
huge order.
In a year, how much more have you sold since the first 260,000?
So this year we'll do around $1 million at Target.
Wow.
We have an everyday low price with Target, but we still have a 45% margin on that price.
They rolled it out into over 1,600 Target stores nationwide.
Are they reordering?
They are. That's why we came here, because we need the money now to grow more so we can launch some innovative
Well, why not
products.
just borrow money against your receivables?
Right.
Why not roll over the money that you're bringing in and not even have to take out any type of loan?
Yeah, we could grow the pancake mix like we are, but we're ready to explode this business now.
How much you gonna sell?
So this year we're looking to do $5 million. And last year we did 2.5, so we're looking to double. So
And
about
all in
10%.
pancake mix.
It's about 75% pancake mix, and then the syrups are about 22%, and then we have a couple of other products.
Joe, let's be realistic.
Yeah.
This is a complete commodity. There's nothing proprietary about it. What you have here is a brand you're building. Ultimately, if the brand becomes big enough, we hope that a major takes it out because it's starting to itch and steal some of their shelf space.
Yeah.
You're not there yet because $5 million in this category is not that much.
Right.
But it's an interesting beginning. So let's just focus on what you've asked for this company. You're telling me you want $500,000 for 10%. That imputes a value of $5 million.
Yeah.
You know you're not worth that.
Well, we think we are.
You're trying to sell it to me at 10 times your pre-tax profits. Never.
What we found is that people are willing to pay for that whole grain healthy breakfast product. A lot of those other white flour, white mix, pancake mixes out there, those are commodities. When people go to the shelf, they're looking for
without
price.
mentioning their brand,
No.
famous aunt involved here, she leads the share in this market. So you're taking share away from her, and I would think that she's significantly lower in price right now.
She is.
How much lower?
Up to 50%.
Do you think that the average mom out there is going to walk into a store and pay twice as much for a premium product?
They are, though. Our sales are really, really increasing. In the last 3 years, we've grown at 40 to 50% year on year. Our cost is $1.65, and our selling price is an average of $3.02.
I think your packaging, though, I just have to say, I think it's interesting. It makes you think, oh, that seems like outdoor camping.
Yeah. People love
griddle.
this brand.
They don't know the brand. A mom doesn't walk into Target and say, oh, it's the Kodiak Cakes guys.
The 1,000-pound bear in the room, not this one. This is a ratty little thing. The big problem is you've got two monster competitors in this space.
Yeah.
You have to put in the risk when you value the business, because if they want your shelf space at Target, they can come and take it from you.
No, because
Yes,
Target,
they can.
no, here's why you're wrong, Kevin.
No, I'm not wrong.
Here's why you're
not
wrong.
on a commodity.
Because
I'm
Target,
never wrong, Mark, by the way.
Target, Costco, they have to have competition for the big brands.
It doesn't mean they have
some
to let them be profitable. They can make these guys stay in there with listing fees till the cows come home.
So they put them out of business, and then who takes their place? There always has to be a second product. There always has to be a third
No, they
product,
leave them on
because
life
otherwise they're
support
not
with
going to keep the
crappy
big guys
margins.
honest.
We can sell half as much as the famous ant in a store, half, and still generate a higher margin, more revenue for the store.
Joel, you're making $500,000 a year. That's fantastic. I haven't heard any reason why you need $500,000.
So what we want to do is we want to spend a huge chunk of that on slotting fees. That's like buying your way into the store. Which we generate a return on in 10
Explain
to
to everybody
20
what a
weeks.
slotting fee is.
You're buying shelf space.
Yeah, you're paying an upfront fee to get your shelf space.
Have you done that
We
before?
have done that for 17 years, and we get a return on it.
I have to defend you because there's a million people that would want to
could've bought
pay
that
the
shelf
same
space, right.
slotting fee.
Right.
So
And you
they
made it work.
picked you.
He did it. He got
Let's
to
say I
Target
give you
without it.
500,000, all right?
Yeah.
How do I get my money back and when?
We're going to build this thing to $20 million in 4 years.
How much can you sell a $20 million commodity pancake business for?
Well, this is not a commodity pancake business.
Okay,
this is a
tell me.
branded
Let's not
pancake business.
argue about that. Tell me how much you're planning to sell it for.
Well, at that point, we're going to go for 1 to 1.5 times revenue. I believe we'll get 1.5 times. So we'll go for $30 million.
Food companies, I'm sorry, just don't trade for 10 times cash flow.
They do 8
Rates
to
are
10
wrong.
times. That's our research shows that. We've talked to investment bankers. We're talking to people all the
I
time.
love it when people tell you that, but they never write a check for you. I'm the only disciplined, rational investor up here. Everybody else gets emotionally involved. All right? Not me. All right, guys, let me take a shot at this. I don't do good deals. I do great deals, okay? And I make sure they're great deals so that both sides make money. I'll tell you what your company's worth today, and I'm right. It's worth $2 million, okay? You would have to give up 25% equity minimum for this 500K, because you have to jump this thing by 30% to even make it something that a major competitor will take out. You have a lot of work ahead of you. And for that ride, I've wanted a new risk premium. 50% of the business.
All 5 sharks are still in. Kevin is interested, but believes the company is highly overvalued.
You have a lot of work ahead of you. And for that ride, I've wanted a new risk premium. 50% of the business. I said I do great deals. That would be a great deal. That would make sense.
That'd be a
You
great
know, when
deal
the
for
devil
you.
looks at you, he always says it's a great deal, right?
That's why they call me Mr. Wonderful. But listen, I know you're not going to accept that offer, so I'm not going to make it, and I'm out.
Here's where I'm at. I'd love to be involved, but there's got to be a premium in it for me. I mean, I think there's a lot of risk, so I'm going to price in that risk for me. I'll give you the $500,000 for 35%.
Appreciate the offer. We do.
Which means you're taking the offer?
Barbara, we want to hear from you before we...
I have a partial offer. I'm going to give you $250,000 for 20%, but you're going to have to get the other $250,000 from one other shark.
You know what? I have to love what I get into, and I don't really like pancakes. So, I'm out.
You know, I think it's a good business, but I just think you're going to have more challenges. You've been on a nice ride. You've executed incredibly well. You're efficient. You're great salespeople. But I think you're going to run into some macro challenges. I'm out.
Let me ask you a question I don't think you considered. I think it's worth discussing now because it's getting into my interest range again.
I thought you were out.
No, wait.
Why do
I
I
come
have
back
to
in? I
listen to
want
you
to
all
answer.
along?
Shut up. This
Don't
question.
tell me to shut up.
I'm doing it
Shut
right
up.
now. If I wanted 2% share, which is what you're going to get this year if you're lucky in this market, could I buy it myself for $5 million without even having you involved?
What, you're going to start a pancake
If I
company
wanted
in
to,
your house?
could I do it?
No, not you.
Absolutely, I could do it.
No
I
way.
could hire a couple of guys, go get a co-packer to make this
Oh,
paste
come on.
up.
You know
and
what,
I
that's
could buy
ridiculous.
myself
Anybody can
2%
go-
share of this market easily for $2 million.
Let's watch you
I
do
could
it.
buy the shelf
Ridiculous.
space.
You know what, guys?
No, you couldn't.
I made you a decent offer. Nobody else made you an offer. Can you
Barbara
jive?
did.
Barbara made an
Yes,
offer.
yes,
She
ma'am.
didn't make an offer for the $500,000.
All right, I'll help her out. I want, for $250,000, I want 25% of this business because I think I'm right about what
So
it's
what's
worth.
the offer?
I'll join her. She's going to up her equity to 25%.
I
if she
feel
wants
greedy,
me.
but I'll go along with him.
So now you have $500,000 from two sharks. I want 25% for my investment. Means you're giving up half the business because it's only worth $2 million, guys. I'm sorry.
So guys, you got an offer from Kevin and Barbara, $500,000 for 50%, or an offer of $500,000 for 35%.
What are you going to do?
Well, you guys, thank you. I mean, we do appreciate the offers. We appreciate the interest, but we feel the value is way beyond what you've said. We really do. So we need to decline the offers.
Seriously? You're turning down $500,000?
Yeah, we're gonna turn it down, but we really, really appreciate it. We really do.
I think you guys are smart.
Okay.
I do too.
Smart. Good luck, guys.
luck.
Congratulations.
Good luck, guys.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, Robert, get me the tranquilizer gun. I'm taking the bear out.
Run, Bear.
Run, bear, run!
Even you couldn't put a $5 million valuation.
There's
on
no
that.
way that thing was worth $5 million.
Yes, it was. Easily.
They're buying every square inch of shelf space. All that has to happen is the ante has to go on deal for a couple of months, and they'll squeeze these guys like teenage
You don't
pimples.
think that the other bigger brands have done discounts right next to them in Target and Costco? Of course they have.
Total commodity, 100%, with a bear.
Next.
Who cares?
Earlier this season, we saw Melissa and Rick Hinnant make a deal with Barbara for their fashion sock company, Grace and Lace.
You picked the smartest person here. Good for you.
Let's see how they're doing now.
Only 5 days after airing, sales hit $1 million. Couldn't believe it. And since we aired just 3 short months ago, we've almost done $3 million in sales.
Before Shark Tank, we had 6 moms working out of our garage. Since the show, we've moved into a 3,000 square foot facility and now have over 36 people working for Grace and Lace.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Barbara, how are you?
Did you get the samples out to Berkshire?
Yep. Barbara has already arranged a meeting with the world's largest manufacturer of knitted goods, and through her contacts, our products are going to be in the hands of people at Vogue and Bazaar and these amazing magazines in New York City.
Bye-bye. Get back to work.
Walking into a store and seeing Grace and Lace almost brings me to tears. I cannot believe that this is my brand sitting there being sold on their tables. Our dreams are coming true, and really it's all because of Shark Tank. When I look at my kids now, I see that we're creating a legacy for them.
To know that your family's future is more secure, if not completely secure, is such a good feeling. Absolutely a life changer.
Next into the tank are 2 moms with a must-have accessory for parents on the go.
Hi, Sharks. I'm Christy Barney. I'm Courtney Turek, and we're the Monkey Mat Mamas. We're seeking $100,000 in exchange for 30% of our company. Our product is the award-winning Monkey Mat. The Monkey Mat is the only clean portable surface you can have anywhere you go. It's an innovative new essential for life on the go. No bulky blankets required. So the original inspiration for the Monkey Mat came during an unexpected 6-hour layover at the airport, where I watched my 2 beautiful girls crawl and eat and play all over those dirty, disgusting floors.
Ew.
Total crap.
There has to be a better way.
We searched for a solution to meet our needs, and when nothing existed, we decided to create it. There is nothing that provides the portability, versatility, and functionality with style like the Monkey Mat. The attached pouch with easy buckle strap secures onto anything: cooler, stroller, bike handle, purse, or diaper bag. The custom fabric is soft, durable, and water repellent, and grass, dirt, sand, and messes shake right off. The corners have weights, as well as loops for additional grounding, and in the center of the mat, there are loops for key or toy attachments.
And of course, it's all machine washable, comes in 4 vibrant colors, is perfect for outdoor concerts, sporting events, picnics, at the beach.
The response has been fantastic, but we need your help elevating our business to the next level.
Can we see them?
Absolutely.
Courtney, I love the way it folds back up.
Absolutely. People are very amazed when they see how quick and easy it goes back into the pouch.
So I have to ask, are you related? Or I
We
mean,
get asked that a lot, and we are not related. However, we're dear friends. We've known each other for 11 years.
Christy, would you have sales today?
We do. We have $60,000 of sales in our first year of business.
And how are you getting those sales?
We are available on our own website. We have 51 retailers, storefront retailers, and online businesses, and we're also available in 3 countries outside the U.S.
And what does it cost?
$39.99.
Oh, retail?
Wow.
Retail.
what is it the cost to you? What does it cost you to make it, and where do you make it?
We actually make it in China, so with shipping and customs, we're at $13.14.
Wow.
That sounds high. Yeah, that sounds
really
very
high.
high. What's in the material that makes it cost so much?
It's a ripstop nylon, but it's treated specially to be both water repellent and also soft. There's another material that's embedded. The weights are stainless steel discs. The stainless steel discs are about 50 cents a piece.
Oh,
so
and how many discs are there?
High, 4. So there's 1 in each.
I want you to help me with something because I'm just struggling a little bit, okay? It's a piece of nylon on the floor. Why is anybody going to pay 20, 30 bucks for this when it's $2 off a roll in any clothing store?
You know what, at the end of the day, Mr. Wonderful?
Yeah.
If you can carry a yoga mat, which people use it as, a beach blanket, a picnic blanket, a baby blanket you can't stuff those in your glove compartment. You can't throw them in the trunk of your car altogether. You can't.
It's a convenience item more than if you're going to plan, if you're going to pay 30 bucks for it. I'm telling you, my wife in a heartbeat would do it because it's for those times you don't expect something to happen.
Exactly.
Whether it's the airport or whether you're around. Guys, I love the product. I hate the price.
I think the price has to be $9.99.
And he's right. The higher end mom environment are going to buy it, right? But that doesn't make it a mass product. Can you make it a mass product with a $9.95 retail that resembles anything that has any of the quality at all?
I don't believe for that cost we would be able to provide the quality of product that we're looking to provide with the versatility, with the functionality.
Quality, it's a piece of cloth on the floor in the airport.
I think it's a very clever product. But what I heard you say today is, from what you know today, you can't get the price point to have it become a mass market product. I'm out.
Thank you very much.
You guys, with the right strategic partner, you could.
Right.
I mean, I know because I manufacture things made out of fabric.
You think
I have
you can
for
bring this
17
down?
Years. Yes, I do.
I don't get it. I just don't get it.
You know what, Mr. Wonderful? We have parents who use this as a timeout mat. We might have to put you over in the corner on one.
I'd rather put it over top of them, not underneath them.
There we go.
That's a good idea, too.
Listen, somebody figured out how to make an umbrella so inexpensive when it rains, I buy one and I throw it out afterwards. That's where you need to go. And maybe you'll get there, but it won't be with me. I'm out.
All right. Thank you.
It's too small. It should be larger. The colors are off. They're not hip. And last, which you've heard again and again, is way too expensive. I think it's a $10 product. It should be priced exactly like those cheap portable umbrellas that come in a little kit. That's it. It's not for me. I'm out.
Thanks for your feedback.
I want you to do one thing right now.
Sure.
Take it and fold it up and put it back into the zippered pouch for me.
Fold it or stuff it?
Well, I want to see how hard it is. I want to see
Well, you
how
should do it. They've
fast
been doing
you
it
can
the
do
whole time. Look, here's the real test.
Yeah, Mark, you do it.
It's a contest. Who's faster?
I can. Yeah, exactly. Christy has a wrong
way. Just shove it in.
Yeah. No. I mean,
I feel like a magician, right? Oh, here I go. I'm going to kick. Wow.
He wins. You beat me. Hey, now. See? Awesome. See how easy it is?
Yeah, no, it's
Well,
actually...
if Mark can do it.
You know, I want to see if Mark, you'll go in with me.
Okay.
We'll give you an offer for the $100,000, 35%. I think between Mark and I and our connections, we can get this in. I can help you with the manufacturing to get this
And I can help you with the
way
online.
down. And he'll help you with the online, and I'll help you with all the different retailers.
What do you guys think? 100K for 35%? Got to tell us right now.
Yep, you're one handshake away.
Let's do the deal.
There you go. We're not monkeying around.
Thank you so much. We're so excited.
Oh, well, you're Great. You covered everything. I love that.
It's clever.
Thank you. Thank you. Way to go!
If you make your money back on this within even 5 years, I will
months.
eat one of those
months.
milks.
Yes, Mark.
Eat them
That
out.
is not a magic carpet. That is a ride to hell.
Next up is a unique alternative to delivered meals.
Hi, Sharks. I'm Nick Taranto.
And I'm Josh Hicks, and we're the founders of Plated. We're here today to ask you for $500,000 in exchange for 4% equity in our rapidly growing company.
At Plated, our mission is to help Americans eat better. Josh and I met at Harvard Business School. After school, we both had the same problem. Getting good food on the table was difficult, time-consuming, and expensive. We knew there had to be a better way.
So we started Plated. Plated delivers all of the ingredients in the exact portions you need to make a chef-designed, delicious, nutritious meal at home in 30 minutes or less. You come to the site, pick out only exactly what you want and how much, and then we deliver all the ingredients, along with recipe cards and instructional videos teaching you how to make a delicious dish at home.
Since we launched 6 months ago, we've served tens of thousands of meals around the Northeast. Now, we need you guys to take us nationwide. Sharks, who's hungry?
So I want to see if I understand this right. I order from a service, they deliver right to my door, my groceries, and all I have to do then is just portion it out.
But then you still have to go find the recipe. You have to figure out what you want to eat.
If I'm using a recipe card, cookbook. 6 1/2 dozen
We
nail
will
there.
take you from zero to kitchen hero in 30 minutes.
Our customers tell us that they love the experience of getting everything pre-portioned. It's easy to make.
And the milk, you say it comes frozen?
All fresh.
No, and what does it cost?
Starts at $10 per person. You need to order 4 portions.
So it's a $40 minimum order.
Who pays shipping?
We do.
That's included in the
Included.
price.
Is that sent overnight with an ice pack in it?
You got it.
Same day or overnight. We have customers who literally write into us cold and tell us that twice a week they put the kids to bed, and this is time with their spouse, and it's a ritual, and it's helping their
You don't
relationship.
need to use your service to do that. I'm very interested in understanding
but
the
they are
premium
using it.
delta. If I'm a family
Uh-huh.
buying Lori's Way or buying at the grocer's, over the course of a year, how much more is the family paying to eat?
Yeah. So here's where I think you're going with that.
You know where I'm going with it.
I have a lot of customers who are grocery chains. The margins are awful.
Here's the dirty secret of grocery. When you start out, the gross margins are actually pretty good, somewhere between 40 and 50%. But then you have spoilage and overhead, and that chews up 95% of the margin.
Grocery
So-
store
so-
throws away, in some cases, half of the perishable food. Plated delivers the amount of spice you need and not the $20 jar. You get the amount of basil you need and not a giant thing that will wilt.
Right, so you can make the argument you're saving money because you're not
We're
wasting.
throwing away less than 1% of what we order every week.
Let's talk about money for a second.
Well,
I
Kevin,
think
can
we
I just ask
understand
them, they've been doing this for how long? 7 months. Tell us about the actual numbers you've had in 7 months. Our margins today are 40%.
Right.
Those will go to 60% at scale. 350,000 in total sales, but 100,000 of that was last month. Tell me the projection for the next 6 months. Calendar year, 2.5 million in sales. And in the next 12 months, we'll do about 10 million in sales.
Okay.
We project $1 million a month in revenue by the end of the year. So you're ramping up every month.
We're growing at over 40% each.
Josh, how much cash did you have to spend to start the business?
We each put in north of $50,000 to start.
And then you raise how much money?
To date, about $3 million.
What valuation?
Post money, $9.5 million.
Okay.
Talk to me about expansion. We'll have a half a dozen or so hubs around the country. We have 2 active now.
From our warehouse in Brooklyn and our warehouse outside of Chicago, we cover the entire Northeast and the entire Midwest. We're starting in San Francisco in about 4 weeks.
You're shipping
Tell me about
California
your
from
background.
Chicago?
I was doing tech startups before, worked in finance for a bit, and met Nick at business school.
Josh is super modest. He's a great engineer, come out of Georgia Tech. Spent 5 years building a software business. I went to Dartmouth College undergrad. I did the joint degree at the Kennedy School and Harvard Business School. Went to the Marine Corps after HBS.
Wow.
So
Very
became-
only person to ever do that.
And how long
You
were
got to
you
do
in the
more with
Marine
your
Corps?
lives. You haven't done enough.
So I did a year active duty. I became an infantry officer, and now I'm still in the reserves.
Wow.
That's great.
Have you considered once you capture that customer, perhaps there comes a week when they're so busy that they need the food prepared?
Totally. Know where you're going with that? The different product lines are 6 months from now coming out.
But there's a
Let
ton
me
of
ask you a
competition.
question.
There is
One
a
thing
ton
that's
of
missing
competition.
Sure, but this is about a brand, right? We are building an amazing brand. We put a lot of time into this.
Yeah, but
You guys are obviously really smart guys, but I mean, I can't go along for the ride unless I buy into the concept.
What are you doubting?
personally, I love to eat healthy, but I wouldn't order something that I have to cook.
Cooking is believing. When people try this, they come back. This is a game changer because it allows you to have an experience you would not have otherwise.
Right. Josh, look, you've had great answers. I just can't get over having to make it. I can't invest in something that I would not use on some level.
We'll send you a free trial and would like to get your feedback afterwards.
Send it to his wife. She definitely wears the pants in the family. I've seen it.
My wife wouldn't use it and I wouldn't use it. You know, for that reason, I'm out.
The question is, how much of a premium am I as an investor paying for the risk that this is not proprietary anywhere? I think I could do the whole thing for $3 million. Instead, I have to pay 3 times that multiple to play with you.
Go find 2 hard chargers who are smart, data-driven. They're going to knock it out of the park. We're going to knock it out of the park.
We meet them.
They're right. Whoever you bring on board.
I'm out.
You know what? I cook a lot. The trouble I'm having with this is that if you're somebody who cooks, and I think most people in America cook, if you do, you don't really need somebody to send you in a box the ingredients because you go to the grocery store.
That's not their customer.
But wait.
Yeah,
I was wondering if it was more urban-centered.
It is, though. So just think about it, like instead of going and ordering takeout and eating that greasy thing of Thai food.
But you still have to cook it. That's where I have a little bit of difficulty. I'm seeing it as your customer is somebody who's too busy to cook. So for that reason, I'm out.
Who do you see as your biggest competition right now and your greatest threat?
Takeout.
Well, that's pretty big. Takeout is your enemy, and that's a big one. And you know what takeout has over your concept? You could decide tonight what you're in the mood for eating and get it to your table and eat within the hour. It's done. So that is an obstacle. This isn't for me. I'm out.
Guys, I would not be a customer. That said, I don't have to be a customer for a lot of things that I take interest in. The real question is, how do you preempt competition? How do you make this so that it's an actual company as opposed to turning into a feature from any of the high-end supermarkets?
So to touch on that, the back-end logistics are not easy. Also, we're signing customers up for year-long contracts.
Okay, tell us about that.
You can either buy just a la carte whenever you'd like, or you can subscribe and save.
And how many subscribers do you have to that?
Several thousand.
Okay.
But this is another beauty of the business, by the way. We don't need a lot of customers to make this a giant business.
Okay, so guys, I'll make you an offer. I'm going to offer you $500,000 at the $9 million valuation, which is about 5.5, 5.6%. We'll figure that out. And in addition, I want advisory shares. Whatever the best deal you give to any other of your advisors, that's what I want. Do we have a deal?
So you're talking about $500K at a 9 mil.
You said you left it open.
What we were looking for.
Yeah.
At our valuation.
Exactly.
Can we talk about it real quick?
Why do you need to talk? You basically told us this is what you want, so either you want to do business...
We want you to be a part of this. We need to just make sure that our numbers are working with...
I wouldn't leave that room with that kind of a deal.
Seriously, though, I mean, what am I missing here? Because you said you wanted advisory support.
Right, yeah.
I mean, I don't know what there is to talk about because I'm giving you pretty much what you asked for.
Yeah. Are you happy with that?
Yeah,
deal.
Do it.
All right. Fantastic.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah.
I might even learn how to pound meat.
Super excited. Man.
Plug it out, baby.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Thanks, guys. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Take that. Hey, there was no doubt these guys had a solid business, Mark. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's risks as there are to any business, but in this particular case, the horse is a decent horse. The jockeys are great jockeys.
And you might learn to cook, Mark.
I'm not going to learn how to cook ever.
I'm John.
I'm Sal.
I'm Anthony. Sal and I are cousins. Me and Anthony best friends, but together we're like brothers. We come from New York City. Rough neighborhood, rough growing up for all of us. We could have went the wrong way very easily, but we didn't.
I work as a New York City firefighter. I've been on the job for 9 years now. As a firefighter, I have a lot of free time, so to supplement my income, I started a painting business.
Don't even think we're older. Painting's in our genes. Long line of painters right here.
Being painters, we always had this one problem, and one day we just said enough's enough.
Together, we have developed the most revolutionary product the painting industry has ever seen.
Boom.
Got it. Boom.
Running this business has been a total team effort, but I must say, our backs are a little against the ropes right now. Striking a deal with a shark would just be an absolute game changer for us.
We're at that critical stage. We're so close to making it. Somebody like a shark to push us over the edge is really all we need.
Hi, Sharks. I'm Sal DiPaola.
I'm John DiPaola.
I'm Anthony Caputo. Our company is called Liquid Concepts, creators of the paintbrush cover. We're here today seeking $50,000 for a 10% stake in our company.
Sharks, the three of us have been painting for a very long time. In fact, together we have over 60 years of professional painting experience. Through the years, one thing has bothered us most. Every time we put down our brush... Oh, man.
Hey, come on. Don't be silly. Listen, every time you put down the brush, it's a problem.
Every time you put down the brush, it was a problem. Anyone who paints can relate. Whether you get a phone call, you need to take a lunch break, you have to pick up the kids from school, there has never been a reasonable or convenient way to keep your brush from drying out or getting ruined. Until now. Me and cousin Johnny Boy over here went to work in his lab, aka his garage, and developed what has become the most revolutionary prototype painting product in the industry. I'm sorry.
You did it! Slow down, slow down. It's not like we invented a robot that's going to paint for us. We did, however, revolutionize the painting industry with one piece of plastic. Introducing the paintbrush cover. You sharks might be thinking you've seen this before. You sharks haven't. In fact, maybe you're thinking, why didn't you think of it? We got you covered. We thought of it.
The days of plastic wrap and other makeshift coverings are over. With the paintbrush cover's unique airtight design, it allows you to store your wet brush for days, weeks, even months, without that wet brush drying out, saving anyone who paints a lot of time and a lot of money.
Johnny, hang on a sec. Are you telling me all I have to do is put my brush in there and it doesn't dry out?
Never dries out. Not only does it not dry out, but we've tested it for as long as 3 months.
Really?
It stays wet. In fact, we have one here that's been through the mill, and it's still wet.
I find it hard to believe that the slow plastic cover keeps the paintbrush for days.
Well, it holds almost 100% humidity inside of there. Picture a Tupperware. If I was to take paint out of a can and put it in the Tupperware and close it, you could put it on the shelf, come back to it, open it up. It's not going to be dry, it's going to be wet.
It's such a great idea.
If it's such a great idea, how many have you sold?
We've sold 17,000.
Wow. How many dollars is that?
35,000. 50% of that revenue has come in over the course of the past 3 months.
How much does it cost you to make it right now?
41 cents a unit.
And you sell it for $2?
Correct.
Into a retailer for $2. What do they sell it for?
$3.99.
$3.99 target price.
How do you sell them? To who?
We started off, obviously, just door to door. Old-fashioned.
Yeah, old-fashioned. And nobody said no.
We went to 3 stores this morning.
We went to 3 stores this morning.
Did you sell any?
Well, yes. Every store.
Every store.
Have you tried to sell to Lowe's or Home Depot or one of the large?
We're talking to Walmart right now.
We have distributors in 6 different countries right now.
So you're saying that there's nothing else out there like this?
Not an airtight
How is
one.
that possible?
That's what we were saying. How is that possible? No one have thought of this.
None of you sound that smart. Who thought of
He's been saying it. Listen, we've both been painting. We're tired of wrapping and wrap.
Yeah, but who said I have an idea?
I've been thinking of this for about 10 years.
I knew you're the best looking one too. You got both.
What are you guys going to use the money for?
Number one is to restock inventory. We have letters of intent into the hundreds of thousands of units. Bunnings happens to be the Home Depot of Australia. We're in talks right now with a buyer for Bunnings who wanted a quote for 250 pallets.
What's that in total dollars? What's that in total dollars?
It was about $450,000.
Okay, so that raises a big red flag, guys. Why did you only ask for $50,000 knowing that you might have a sale that would require you to put up a lot of cash?
Because we feel confident enough in our company where we don't want to give up that much equity.
That's smart. Equity is very expensive, particularly if you have a winner.
You know he's going to offer you a royalty deal.
I'll tell you what I'll do with you guys, all right? I'll start...
Yeah, there you go.
I like what you're doing. I like the product. I'll give you $50,000 for 10% royalty on all of your sales. And I think you're going to need more money, guys. I really do.
So you're offering us more?
Yeah, well, I'm just going to start with what you asked for. I'll give you $50,000 for 10%. Then I'm going to help you raise what you're going to need to fund this inventory. And I would help you get into retail. I think this is a very interesting story.
Thank you.
So, Johnny, I'm curious to see what you think about the royalty thing.
I like it, and I respect it. I mean, with that being said...
You're open to other
I'm
offers.
open to it. And you guys got to give me a little more space because I can hit my shoulders. You know, I need my space.
All right. You're saying the company's worth $500,000.
Correct.
I'll give you the $50,000 for 20%.
That's much more expensive than a royalty. way more expensive.
You started somewhere, I'm starting somewhere.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Kevin, in regards to your royalty, what will you focus on our business to help us move
You know,
forward?
the great thing about a royalty deal is it incentivizes us and aligns it together, because the only thing I want is sales. So for me, what I would be doing is focusing on big box partners and getting it in the store. So I only make money if we sell the product.
Even if they're not profitable sales.
Right. But you can decide whether to take the sale or not. I can bring the buyer to you very
And if he
easily.
doesn't bring any sales...
He's not invested in the success of the company.
But listen, talk is cheap. Money talks. That's what matters. You understand exactly what I'm saying.
We know that.
If they can come up with a better structure, but when you start giving away equity, in the long run, that's incredibly expensive.
I personally would just love to know that you're invested in a company as well.
All right, I'll make it more interesting for you. I'll give you $100,000. I'll leave my royalty in place, but I want 5% equity. That aligns us even further. I do everything in my power to get us more sales. I get my 10% every time a unit's sold. It's about 20 cents. That's how I start to recoup my capital. What do you want to do?
Wait a minute. I'm going to make you an offer.
Sal, John, and Anthony have two offers. Robert has offered $50,000 for 20% equity. Kevin has offered $100,000 for 5% equity, plus a royalty of 10%. But Lori is also interested.
What do you want to do?
Wait a minute. I'm going to make you an offer. I'll give you $100,000 at 20%. Plus, if you just take the deal right now, I'll add another $100,000 that will go towards paying for the first purchase orders if we need excess money, because we're going to be out there so fast.
So, Lori, is that your offer? $200,000 for 20%?
It's an offer in front of you right now. If you take it right now.
Everything in your power to get us on QVC.
Oh, you know it.
Get us in,
QVC,
picking up the phone and be saying, hey, you know what? Walmart, listen, these are our guys.
Lowe's, Menards, Home Depot, everywhere, lightning speed.
And I have another offer. I'm going to give you
Guys, if you listen to this offer, there's an expiration date on the extra $100,000.
I don't know if you heard me say my offer's a better offer and you haven't heard from Cuban either.
I wouldn't listen.
You'll
You guys
wonder
know
the
what I
rest
can
of your
do.
life
You
what you turned
all
away.
of us, you know what each one of us brings to the table.
I guarantee
I love
you
you
my
guys,
offer's better
and I
than
will
that.
put
It's
my
an old
heart and
situation.
soul into this. My offer is that you have
And you
to
haven't
take
heard
it
our
now,
two offers
though.
yet.
We know what we want to do.
We know.
Go get it.
All right. Lori, welcome to the family.
What? That
Sorry
is
about
great.
that. No
I
offense.
love you guys.
Breaking my heart.
This is awesome.
There you go.
You guys are great.
Sorry.
Should have listened.
Should have listened.
Isn't that awesome?
All right, boys. We did it.
Yeah, baby.
You know what? They're not so smart. I was offering them $300,000 with a $500,000 credit.
Well, they were smart. They took money.
No, they weren't smart. They
Yeah,
short
they were.
sold themselves.
I scooped you.
I'm really pissed, Lori.
We're not making enough noise. Come on.
Making a deal with Lori is like being up in the bottom of the ninth, hitting a grand slam to win the World Series. This was a total home run for us.
On a special Thursday Shark Tank, a two-night event begins.
The difference between us and the girls is that I actually own businesses.
Are you sick?
It's a battle of the sexes.
Every time there's a female product, you guys go out right away.
This is fraudulent behavior.
A Shark Tank so explosive.
Don't turn your back in the tank.
We have to start it one day early.
What just happened?
It is a guy thing.
Shark Tank two-night event.